What up, guys? This is Sony coverage. Sony coverage of the presentation that Sony did at E3 last night. Bringing it to you this fine Tuesday morning. And these guys, I think, aside from a little hiccup during the presentation, I think the Sony presentation was one of the best, with some epic games being shown here. And the first game they showed was a new IP, which, if you saw my videos yesterday, all these presentations have been focusing on freaking, IPs that have been going on for so long, and the next iteration in each IP, and it's actually good to see something refreshing, and we're going to see something refreshing, another new IP at the end of this video, at the end of Sony's presentation. So they started off with David Cage from Quantic Dreams, and these are the guys that were behind Heavy Rain with a new IP called Beyond Two Souls. Looks creepy as shit, and it looks freaking fantastic. Now, if you played Heavy Rain, and I didn't, there wasn't a huge amount of action in that game. It's more about the atmosphere, etc. Well, what they're doing is actually bringing that atmosphere creation concept from Heavy Rain, bring it into Beyond Two Souls, but then adding a ton of action, and it looked really phenomenal. And it actually the main character, is where do I have it? I have it on my tweets here. Jodie Holmes is the character in the game, and it's gonna be played by Ellen Page, which is kind of funny because the other game that's at the end of the presentation is also starring Ellen Page, but I guess she's pretty popular in the gaming scene. But definitely looks like a fantastic game. Have no idea when the release date is, but Beyond Two Souls, look forward to that one. Next up was PlayStation Allstars Battle Royale, taking the most iconic PlayStation characters and pitting them against each other in battle. If you like this kind of game, I mean, it's a mashup, up to 4 players fighting all in this, in this center stage area, and you have environmental things that actually impact the gameplay. You can build up. I can't remember what they said. It's not points, but you can build up different combos. Or what the hell do we call them? Oh yeah, supers. They're called supers. And we actually saw level 3 super. So you build up your super ability, let's call it. Okay, so you have this little meter, and you can build it up to level 1, level 2, level 3, and at each level you get this super that allows you to kill the other players. And basically, in the end of the match, whether it's like a 2, 3, or 5 minute match or whatever, the person with the most kills wins. But it looks pretty cool. You can play Kratos. They've got Big Daddy was announced. Drake. Nathan Drake you can play. So a lot of iconic PlayStation characters that you can play in this game. So it looks actually to be pretty cool if you like that kind of game. They then went on to make a good push for PlayStation Plus by announcing that every single month, I believe, they were going to have 12 new games, or they're going to be adding more new games to PlayStation Plus for free. 12 games this month. The 12 games that they're offering for free this month, and it's pretty good just for subscribing to PlayStation Plus: Virtua Fighter 5, Infamous 2, Little Big Planet 2, Ratchet & Clank All for One, Warhammer 40k Space Marine, Just Cause 2, Saints Row 2, Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light, Hardcore Uprising, Choplifter HD, Zombie Apocalypse Never Die Alone, and Sideway New York. That's pretty decent. I mean, there's some pretty good titles in there. Out of those 12 titles, they're all available now on PlayStation, or should be today anyway, at least for North America. But that's pretty damn good. Pretty good value for PlayStation Plus. And they gave everybody in the audience in attendance at the presentation at E3, they gave them a free 1-year PlayStation Plus subscription. So pretty cool. They also talked a little bit about I think this is part of the cloud gaming, but they're actually going to be bringing... maybe not. No, that wasn't part of it. But they're actually bringing a bunch of PS1 classics to the PlayStation Vita, like Tomb Raider and Final Fantasy. So that was a bit of an announcement there. Also for the Vita, Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified is coming to the PS Vita. So a standalone Call of Duty Black Ops title is coming to the PlayStation Vita, as is an Assassin's Creed 3 title, Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation. you actually play as a female assassin. And I'm telling you that they actually showed some of the gameplay. It looks pretty cool. It looks really really good. And they're actually going to be bundling a new white PlayStation Vita with Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation and a memory card, I believe, for this coming holiday season. So it looks cool. They also can't even talk. They also showed some Assassin's Creed 3 gameplay on the PS3, and they announced there's also going to be a PS3 bundle with Assassin's Creed 3. So your PlayStation 3 is going to, I think it was white. I can't remember. So obviously an Assassin's Creed 3 themed PlayStation 3 with Assassin's Creed 3. And they also announced that there will be exclusive DLC just for the PS3 for Assassin's Creed 3. So if you're interested in that, that might be pretty cool. Next up, so they obviously had Ubisoft in there with Assassin's Creed 3 and then with Far Cry 3. And they showed a trailer. So in the Ubisoft presentation, they showed gameplay from Far Cry 3, which looked pretty cool, and they showed part of a trailer, which was the beginning part was pretty epic, I must say. But they showed a trailer, and they actually they announced a co-op. They announced co-op in Far Cry 3, and it's going to be a 4-player co-op. And they said it was going to be dedicated. And from what I gathered from that was that it's going to be a fully featured, dedicated co-op that is going to be separate from the single player, which is pretty cool. So it's not just taking from the single player gameplay or storyline. It's going to have its own sort of storyline. So hopefully it's built up as much as the single player would be. The other thing they mentioned was that it was going to contain a map editor so that you can basically just carry on the game. I mean, you can finish the game, and then I'm assuming, and I hope this is the case, that you can actually share maps that you create online, so that you can just basically extend the gameplay beyond whatever is provided for you. I mean, it's going to be open world, obviously, but you can just keep going on and going into your own maps, presumably maps that other people have created. So it's pretty cool. PlayStation Move, they came out, you got to give them credit because the tech on this I thought was pretty cool. I mean, the presentation went on a little bit longer than I would have liked, and they did have at least one technical difficulty during the presentation. But PlayStation or Sony announced this thing called the Wonderbook. And they also announced that they were in partnership with J.K. Rowling for some new storylines along the lines of Harry Potter. And, obviously, those books have been extremely successful with the movies and everything. And the Wonderbook, again, obviously it's not for the hardcore gamer, but for the younger gamer and kids and everything like that, and especially with the partnership with the J.K. Rowling, I mean, I think it has a lot of potential. And it looks pretty cool. I mean, the tech looks really cool. Even though there were some technical difficulties, it looks like a really good application that would interest a much younger generation. Okay, then they came up with, here we go, God of War Ascension was next up. So they showed a bunch of gameplay from God of War Ascension. Game trailers, you guys fucked up in your coverage because they started playing audio from their commercials and shit over top the Sony presentation, over top the God of War Ascension gameplay. You guys are freaking idiots. So I switched off and went over to PlayStation blog, I believe, where they were playing it. They had the live stream embedded. But looking pretty good. God of War Ascension, definitely going to pick that up March 12th, 2013. And then they ended off with gameplay from The Last of Us. Naughty Dog, you guys are awesome. Haven't even seen any zombies in this game. They showed some gameplay versus some other people, which, and again, it looks, obviously you can see the linkage with Uncharted, but the brutality of it was pretty cool. I mean, shotgun to the face, baby. Freaking brick to the head. It is pretty good. It was pretty good. The gameplay and the fighting mechanics look really really good. So I'm really looking forward to that one. I want to see a couple zombies though. You know what I mean? Come on, let's get some zombies. But and again, starring Ellen Page, she's in there. So it's going to be a good year for her apparently. And that was it. That was it for Sony's E3 presentation. And on Tuesday they have, I believe there's Nintendo. I know they already had a bit of a presentation or a pre-presentation or video on Sunday, but their presentation is slotted for today, so I'll be I'll at least watch it. And then there's a bunch of other stuff that's going on, so I'm going to continue with the coverage. Oh, yeah, they also had some Star Wars 1313 last night, and they showed a little bit, not as much as I would have liked, from Halo 4 Spartan Ops, but the Star Wars 1313 looks really, really good, I must admit. Anyways, that's it for Sony. Let me know what you think. A lot of must-have games coming up this year and early next year, man. I'm telling you. I'm Spider, and I'm out. Hey guys, be sure to go check out the content over on NGT Zombies. We always have custom zombie maps going on. Right now, we've got a couple of cool maps. One is, what? Custom zombies in Minecraft or Minecraft in custom zombies? What the hell's going on? That's on the left-hand side. Click on the video or the link in the description to check it out. And on the right-hand side, we're actually, Hyper and I are looking at a beta version of a map with some Wolfenstein textures. Brings back some memories, man. I played Wolfenstein a fair bit. Wolfenstein, Doom, pretty cool. And we have some new content coming up on NGT Zombies. Oh my god, I can't believe I went down. What the hell? We have some new content coming up on NGT Zombies very soon, including The Walking Dead Episode 2, which hopefully should be released in the next couple weeks, as well as on June 12th, Lollipop Chainsaw is coming to NGT Zombies. What the dick? Stay tuned, guys. Check them out. Click, 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 clickety click. I'm out.